Hello everyone. In this section, I discuss about what is cost, element of cost, materials, material control, and need for material control. So, first we can see what is cost. Previous video I have explained this topic very briefly. So, we can say that cost is a total expense incurred on production and sale. So it is a resource spent for producing a product or rendering a services. So in order to attain any other objectives. So we can see that in manufacturing concern, the raw materials are converted into finished products, isn't it? So in the conversion process, we call it as a work in progress. So those expenses which is incurred while converting the raw materials into finished goods, we call it as a cost. Next we can see the elements of cost. Material may be in raw materials or processed form. So it's of two types, direct material and indirect material. Whereas labor is for the conversion of raw material into finished goods, human effort is required. So such a human effort we call it as labor. Then again the labor is further divided into direct labor and indirect labor. Then we can see the expenses. All the costs other than material and labor are termed as expenses. So it can be expenses also can be direct expenses and indirect expenses. Next we can see what is material and stores. So materials, we know that it's a commodity consumed in the process of manufacturing, right? So materials, it refers to the commodities supplied to an undertaking for the purpose of consumption in the process of manufacture. Whereas stores, it includes not only the raw materials used in the production but also the stock in the storerooms like components, tools, then consumer stores, etc. So here it includes stock of work in progress and finished goods, and both this material and supplies are collectively we call it as stores, and the finished goods are termed as a stock. Next we can see the materials. We use direct material and indirect material for the production process. First we can see the direct materials. So those materials which are directly entering into the productions and also become a major part of finished product, we call it as a direct materials. It can be, for example, wood in a furniture, even leather in a shoe making, then jute in gunny bags, and also steel in machineries or cars. All other examples for the direct materials. So primary packing material are also treated as direct materials. And next one is indirect materials. It refers to the materials required to produce a product but not directly. So those materials which cannot be directly charged to product, we call it as indirect material. For example, sewing threads in dressmaking, then nails in the furniture, then glue in book bindings, nuts, pins, screw, all other example for indirect material. Next we can say how to ascertain material cost. For ascertaining material cost, it includes purchasing price, ordering cost, and carrying cost. First is purchasing price. It's a raw material. For the purpose of making finished goods, we need to buy raw material. Then ordering cost. Purchasing raw materials, the expenses incurred will be ordering cost, like transportation of inspection cost, then documentation cost like purchase of the orders, then cost of inventory quotation, then handling cost of the materials. So like that till the doorstep of the warehouse, that is from the starting point till we use for the raw material, the cost associated with the purchase of raw material is ordering cost. Okay. Next one is carrying cost. After the raw materials which have arrived, next day itself we may use for manufacturing process, right? So but some raw material will be in the warehouse, so it incurs a storage cost of fund invested in the inventories, even the insurance cost. So such costs we call it as carrying cost. Next one we can see what is material control. Material control, it refers to the managerial activities relating to giving instructions or directions to ensure maintaining adequate quality and quantity of material for uninterrupted production process. So simply it refers to the effective use of materials. So for providing the right quantity of material of right quality at the right time and place at the minimum cost, we call it as material control. Next, we can see the need for a material control. So proper material control, it contributes to the efficiency of the business. So relating this, we have to know the need for material control. It ensures continuous supply of required materials so that there is no production delay. Next is it minimizes waste in the use of materials and supplies. Then it minimizes the capital investment in the stock of the materials. It reduces storage costs and also the amount of capital tied up in inventories. Then it ensures efficient and also optimum use of resources. Then it ensures maintenance of the proper and up-to-date records of inventories. Next is it provide required information to management. So these are the important advantages or need for a material control. Hope you have understood this topic. Thank you.